Shalom, I don't want you. How about you, man? Dog, can you hear us in Durham, sir? That's what I meant. Like, can you hear us brothers who are in Durham? So like, check and see. I'm not hearing you. So I see you talking, but I can't hear you. I don't want. Can you hear us?
I hear you loud and clear. You may have to turn your output down some.
Oh, Salakia, sir. Okay. How about
y'all coming through relatively strong?
Come on, sir. How about now, sir?
You turn it back up just a little bit.
Test.
Bring it back down just a hair.
1 2 1 2 test 1 2 1 2.
Christ, that's it right there.
Come on, sir. Mm-hmm. Come on, sir. You ready to roll, sir? You want me to play something?
Just drop some music right quick. Like I like to run about let's give the Akim enough time to get in here. Maybe like by 7:14, 7:15. It should be enough time for the Akim to come on in. Just make sure everybody have the link and we can get started. But 7:15, we're gonna start at 7:15.
Come on, sir. Everyone has the link, sir.
All right, the water soldier. And I'm sending you those numbers as we speak.
Come on, sir. The water.
You on the bar.
Yeah. There's stuff no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Come on, get on that ass real quick.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harvey. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking note. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them U.P.K rules. I'm making this like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole part. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our court. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the cow, then with the speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cow in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and outdone. You can't do with them steps. Them niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole part. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Backstage. Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think? Boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bought it. U.P.K, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. A hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm about it. U.P.K. too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall phone and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the solid and I show her. She could never get a piece hold. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass touring. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch mug. And I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. Psycho shit, we bout it. U.P.K. too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a mecca. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. U.P.K. play for keys, nigga. Commanding to get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. Psycho shit, we bout it. U.P.K. too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. I'm stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
We good, Top One? Can you hear me? Check. You got me muted?
Oh, so can you hear us now, sir?
Con, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Con, sir. Salaki, we muted, sir. But I hear you, sir.
Okay, most time, Christ. That's on the favor, man. All right, clap it up. All right, Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua Thumb to the Akim, Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Alathun, by Shem Yahshua to the sisters. Wood I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West 125th Street, Hall, New York, operating under command and Junior YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with anyone. Yeah, if you're not in I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. What is the truth? The so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Lord's chosen people. In the year 2023, there's nothing more important than we waking up to the truth about who we are and where we come from and what our mission is, knowing our culture. And tonight, so I'm coming to you from Fayetteville, North Carolina. We got a Durham. Who all we got on here tonight? Thaba One, Baba Kushaw. Who all in here in the building?
Salaki, we also got Charlotte in here, Officer 1000K Awards in the building as well, sir.
Most I give everybody give Charlotte a hand. Baba Kushaw. Who else we got in the building?
That's it for the zones right now. But in Durham, we got Officer 500 Kapariyat, Officer 500 Yanazar, and Officer 50 Maya Shah in Durham, sir.
Okay, most awesome. Christ. How the Akim doing? Everybody to Most High Christ. Y'all brothers sound strong. You sound re-nourished, if I may. You understand? Everybody had a Tawab Day of Atonement.
Khan.
You understand? We in this Day of Atonement, we learn a lot about ourselves on the Day of Atonement, right? We learn that we can fight. We learn that there's a voice that's in your mind or in your head or in your thoughts that's probably saying something that's contrary to what you're going to do to serve the Lord, right? Because those thoughts say what? Go ahead and have something to drink. Those thoughts say go ahead and eat something. Nobody will know, right? Nobody's going to see you eat that piece of chicken except for the Lord. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere. You understand? And so you have that thing that's in the back of our minds, all of our minds. So when we're talking about the things that we should fight, and we teach our people how to fight, now you know how to explain that to somebody who may be struggling in a fight. You understand? You may have a family member that may not know how to put down the marijuana. Now you know how to do it, because that same voice that's telling you to drink water or eat, guess what? When it comes to your people, the so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, we have those same voices, and our family hear those same voices that say, go ahead and roll up. Go ahead and sleep with his brother's wife. They hear those voices. So when we talk to our people, when we go out in the streets and we say things like, keep the law, statutes, and commandments, now we know that we can say things like, when you hear that voice that goes off in your head that tell you to sin against the Lord, they're going to ask you what is sin. We're going to say transgression against the Lord, transgression against the law, Salakia. And now you're going to know what to say to our brothers and sisters to help them with their, you know what I'm saying, with those thoughts that run through their head. And what are we offering to those people, our people, when we talk about fighting those thoughts that come to their mind? What do we call those things? Or what do we call that thing that we give to people that allow them to fight or teaches them how to fight? What is that thing that we do? What do we give them, Baba Kushar? Anybody know the answer?
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Please.
Come on. What we have to do and what we try to do is give them truth and comfort as part of, what we do. We give them the truth, and we like to know that you're an Israelite and you're God's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? And to me, Salakia, sir, and you have to be out of your right mind not to love that. Like, to me, that's just my humble opinion. But our people find that hard to believe and hard to accept. So we have to try to comfort them.
The truth is very simple. But if we listen to our oppressor, they make it so complicated. The oppression and the oppressor, in his way of thinking, his mind, he complicates every single thing, God. Right. Then we try to go in times, we follow that way of thinking, and we be all out in left field. When it's simple, if you want to win, you want to serve the Lord, you have to learn how to fight against those things that go against His truth, man. We're gonna get into a class tonight, man. We're gonna talk about God is not Christ, man. They're not the same. But before we get started, Yonazar, what we got, man? You know how I like to do. What's the hot topics? Let's go. Hot topics.
I mean, like, it's so many, but what I saw today was politics and betrayals. I mean, like, it's all kind of wickedness going on. It's the situation with the United States and Canada, United States with the BRICS. Like, they really trying to really come at the United States and really, they admitted that the reason why they're coming at the United States is because the United States was putting sanctions on whoever they wanted. And they want to have protection against the United States putting these sanctions on these nations. So that's a big deal. And also the whole thing with Trump is like the corruption with Trump, or surrounding Trump, is so outstanding. It's like almost unbelievable. Like, everybody's a damn crook. Like, and these things have an adverse effect on our people, because they so busy fighting and tussling with the money. like none of the crumbs is trickling down. That's basically what I saw today. Like there's different topics.
So what should we be doing what should we be doing as a nation of people? We should be gathering ourselves together.
Kind of one card.
Yea, gathered together, O nation not desired. We look in this earth, man, and we seeing all the things that are falling apart inch by inch. It's over with this empire. It is over with. It is time for that's why what we do is so important according to the law, statutes, and commandments, that we have to be able to teach our people.
So lucky, sir.
Every single thing on each other, trying to fight for this political power or the agendas that they want to push in the earth. But soon as this is settled, guess what? Soon as this is settled, guess what? We're going right back. We're going right back to the same old ways. We become the enemy. You understand what I'm saying?
Kind of one card. Slack, sir, if I may.
Like right now, like it's.
Can you hear me?
Come on.
Oh, Slack, sir. I just wanted to mention this real quick because
Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Slack, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay. It sounds like you're going in and out. Come on with it though.
No, I just wanted to say, like, France is trying to join with BRICS now. And Commander General YAHANNA been talking about that for years. That France was going to betray, the American alliance, and they petitioning to get into the BRICS against the United States because the United States did them dirty on that submarine deal.
Absolutely. So, but we have to be doing though. We see these things that are taking place in the earth. It should be time for us to come back and love each other. You understand?
Right.
That's it. Like we turn on the news and you're seeing the news. It's like, brother, it's not even eye-opening or alarming anymore. You turn on the news, we turn on the news, and it is to be expected that the turmoil that we see in the earth, man. Like the gig is up. There is no mystery. Turn on your Google machines, and guess what? You can find how to build a rocket ship to get to space in 3 days. And that's what our people are doing. Instead of looking up I.S.U.P.K, what is the truth? Where is the home of the truth? How do I save my life? How do I change my life? No. We still trying to look at the Cowboys and Cardinals score right now. The National Football League. It's like the bread and the circus all over again. All these things are happening in the earth, and they have us, I don't know, in a daze. But that's the oppressor, man. What else we got, Yonazar?
Well, the whole immigration situation is like the mayor of El Paso, Texas.
The stream yard.
Can you hear me?
One of them.
I don't know. Can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
The mayor of the
immigration I hear you. Go ahead.
Situation is critical. The mayor of El Paso, Texas, says that his city is on the brink of situation, sir. The mayor of El Paso, Texas, and another city on the border, they're saying that their cities and their resources are on the brink of collapse because they're so overwhelmed with the immigrants that's coming in, and that they're not getting enough assistance, and he said that they're not coming to El Paso, Texas, they're coming to the United States, but they stopping in El Paso, Texas, and they don't have the resources. The people are sleeping out on the street, and they're being hired as day workers. They wait out. They don't want to go into the shelters because they don't want to miss out on the opportunities when the people come around and ask for day workers.
Right. So you also know there's a shortage of workers in this empire as well. General Hyman went over this last week. You know why they're here? You know why they're allowed to come across the borders? Because they want them here. They want our people here. Because the labor market right now is upside down. Nobody wants to work. But if you allow people that have nothing to come in, they will work out. They know this. And what else do we know? There are tons of resources, all right? Them saying we don't have enough resources to take care of people that are coming across the border, it's a trick. It's a lie. It is used for them to what? Push emergency funds into those different regions of the earth. You understand? So that way the people that control the funds that come into the region, guess what? They get that money first. So it don't trickle down. They'll say we're struggling with the data, we're struggling with the hunger crisis down here. And guess what? The whole time they sitting on millions. They sitting on billions. So you're right.
Like so they don't even send. It's like so they don't even send like truckload. They got like mad surplus food. You know, like it's unbelievable how much food they got stored, and they won't even send food down there, man.
This is the thing. Now we know that it is believable. Like you know, back in the day, you would see things that get thrown away. We would say, man, I can't believe they throwing that away. Now, guess what? It's believable now, Bunker, y'all. It's right there in our face. Now we're able to see that they are throwing this food away. It's believable now. You understand? Knowing that the other nations are cooking rats and dogs and cats and dogs and feeding them to our people. It used to be a myth all of a sudden. It was a myth 20 years ago, Bunker, y'all. Maybe 10 years ago. But now, guess what? It's what? Believable. It was a myth that the oppressor was not the devil that the Bible speaks of. It was like he can be changed. He looks out for our greater good. He's going to give us things that we need. We can be a part of this empire long as we stand up and vote and pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and be better Americans, be better patriots, stand for the system, stand for the flag. We bought into that 20 years ago. Now it's time for us to believe that it will never happen.
That's right.
Now things are way more believable than we ever believed before. You understand? That's crazy, right? At one point, Martin Luther King, he didn't believe. That's why he was trying to say the things he said. Marcus Garvey, he didn't believe. How many other Jesse Jackson, they didn't believe. All these guys told us that, guess what, these things were important until we found out that, guess what, there are some things that we really should believe. And that thing that we should believe is the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? It's right here in our face now. Now it's what? Now it's believable. What else you got, Yonazar?
Well, they came out with one of Trump's former employees came out with.
Give me something else. I'm looking for something else. Somebody, I know Trump. We know what we know. We know about the political realm. That's a game that only snakes play. I want something. I want to see what's juicy out there. You know what I'm saying? That everybody is chiming in on. I know it's something. What is that other thing? Come on.
Shalagi, sir.
Please.
He says it's one that everybody's chiming in on.
It's a lot of come on, Thaba One. Hey, don't try to hold it till Friday, Thaba One.
Well, Officer Maya Shaw just mentioned it. I mean, a lot of people are talking about how, the situation with Papoose and Remy Ma. A lot of people talking about that. I don't know if you heard about that. So apparently Remy Ma, you know what I'm saying, is got exposed as being, she has like a boyfriend, even though she's married to Papoose. So
that happens every day.
come on,
So that
come
welcome to the life.
on. So I got some more.
Now, you know, hey, now back, here go again. See, back in the day, we believed that it was unbelievable that women do promiscuous things and leave their husbands. It was
Right.
unbelievable that men could have, do all type of, vile and disgusting things. Now things are a lot more believable.
Right.
Things are a lot more believable now.
Salaki, sir. So
Please.
if I could, sir. Speaking of
Mhm.
vile and disgusting, this is not quite on the same topic, but it's another topic that I was going to suggest. Like that's crazy that I've seen. Of course, they just successfully put a pig's heart in a man in Maryland. So now there's a man in Maryland. I think he's still alive. Yeah, they successfully put the heart of a pig in this man's body, and so that's something they've been working on. Because I've seen a few stories like this for a while. For some reason they keep using pig's heart. I don't know if they're saying pig's hearts are the most compatible. I don't know, but they keep using pig's hearts and putting it in people. So they just successfully did that, sir. And that's vile and disgusting, Slocky.
Get ready for the ride. Now things are a lot more believable. It's coming, Akim. It's here already.
Come on,
It's time for us to believe. Come on with it.
I saw a story the other day about of course it's worldly about it was about Travis Kelce. I saw that a lot of sisters were mad and upset that Travis Kelce is no longer dating a sister. He's now dating Taylor Swift.
Thank you. That's the one. Now, can anybody tell me why the sisters so upset with Travis Kelce? Please.
Salagi, sir. Because black women, black people love white people. And to see Travis Kelce with some sister was like a form of validation to them. Like, yeah, see, like we can all aspire to one day get us a 6'4" white tight end in the NFL. But now that he's with Taylor Swift, who of course is the skinniest white woman on earth, it's like, man, they feel hurt. Like, oh man, what we gonna do now?
Oh man, we our sister's taking the beating. Kevin Samuels, what's his name? Travis Kelce. What happened about all the relationship goals? For the brothers, the sisters was upset, and the brothers was upset too. The brothers was upset a couple of days ago with a Young Jeezy and Jenny Mai. Oh man, come on with it, Buck.
So, like, if I may, sir, what a paradox. Travis Kelce, he has the shtick down. He's emulating a black man. He is literally in blackface. He got the fade with the jewelry, got the fronts. He played football in the Negro League, literally. And for black women to be upset that they are overlooked by this devil who was impersonating a black man is disgusting.
Can I let y'all in on a little secret that I want to say this? Black women are not disgusted. You understand? They don't have the time to. What we're looking at is the internet. Don't be fooled by the things that we see on the internet. Don't be fooled by it. Just believe it. You understand? Right. Our sisters are not disgusted. They don't have the time to. They're raising 2 or 3 kids. We went from paying $715 to $1,500 for a 2-bedroom apartment. They're not concerned with Travis Kelce. This is the internet that wants us to be concerned about the entertainment world. So they push these things in front of our face every chance that they get. It's real.
Salagi, sir.
It's not real. Sitting in the earth. please. Come on.
It's like I said, Cap's ready, sir.
Go ahead, Thabo. Oh, Most High in Christ. And with that, I'm gonna turn it over to Captain the 13,000, Captain Nayathaq Bunyami. Clap it up.
All right, Akim, where we at? Shalom. Yahabashim Shakatham.
Shalom.
Yahashimata Shai.
Shalom, Cap. We were just going over like hot topics. We didn't get into anything.
Okay. All right. And any questions?
It's like, sir, you got something, Maestro? Officer Maestro got a question in Durham, sir.
Come on.
It's like, sir, is there a scripture that says like that we as Israelites we don't wear uniforms? I thought I heard somebody told me like there's a scripture somewhere that says like we don't do uniforms.
When I say uniforms, what you mean?
Like we don't. It's like it's like we don't all wear the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's not our custom. That's basically it. But
Okay.
Scripture saying, you know what I mean, that we don't wear uniform. I know you got to be specific, like meaning like the like a uniform that the police puts on.
It's like it's a more so like in battle, like going to war.
Mm-hmm. Going to war. It doesn't make it does make mention of it. You understand? But that's not, you know, I mean, an Israelite custom. You know what I mean? Like you see how we you know, I mean, how we roll in the UPK.
Damn right.
Everybody have a flavor. You know what I mean? Once it's, you know what I mean, one West. You understand? We're not like, you know what I mean, your purple Christians who, you know what I mean, one color for everybody.
Right.
Don't do that. You know what I mean? That's just lame.
Kind of the one
color. I mean? And how to put it, without taste. You know what I mean? Like everybody have a flavor, everybody have a vibe from the Lord. You understand what I'm saying?
Damn right.
And that vibe, you're gonna bring that vibe out in how you care about yourself, how you wear your clothes, you know what I mean? Different stuff. You understand?
Come on, sir. All
right. But now if you make a religion or a rule where everybody had to wear the same thing, now you're going on you know what I mean? Now you're going on a path that is not Israelite. You understand?
Oh,
come on. That was it?
Yeah, come on, sir.
Okay. All right.
Like I said.
Come on.
With salvation, would salvate when Christ died for us, would that be considered salvation?
Yeah, get it. You know what you're talking about, what it is? Let's see.
Okay.
Right, first off, give me the definition of salvation.
Okay. So like I said, the definition of salvation is preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss.
Right. No, give me where it says that there's no remission of sin but by blood.
Okay. This is Hebrews chapter 9 and verse 22.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, like it, sir. And almost all things are by the law purged with blood. And
almost what? Almost all things are what?
By law purged with blood.
Purged with blood. You understand? Like almost all things in the law. Read on.
And without shedding of blood is no remission.
Without shedding of blood, there's what?
No remission.
What does that mean?
So, like it, sir. It basically means that without the shed, it's just like what it talks about in Hebrews 9 and 15. Without the shedding of the blood,
Mhm.
then the testator or the testament or the agreement is not void. It's void without the shedding of blood.
Okay, but you gotta give me what do you mean by that?
Meaning that it's not in. It doesn't go into effect.
What
without
does not go into effect?
the covenant or the agreement?
What agreement you talking about?
We're talking about the agreement between the Most High and the children of Israel, and Christ as the mediator.
Okay, hold on. Yermak, read it one more time.
Khan. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 9, and verse 22. And almost all things are by the law purged with blood.
Okay, what's the all things are purged by blood?
The sins, Baba Kishar?
Yes, that's the now you're on it. Sin. You understand? Almost all things are purged by blood. One of them, adultery. Remy Ma and that dude, whatever his captain, whatever his name is, Captain Save a Ho, right? Would have been what? Unalive, but with what? With stone. You understand? For that crime against the Lord. You understand? Blood would have to come from that. You understand? And there's a few more things also to where blood, you understand? For example, that LGBTQ community, it would have been what? Their blood would have been upon them. You understand? They would have been what? Unalive with rocks with stones. You understand? Right?
Okay.
So read on.
Khan. And without shedding of blood is no remission.
Right? If you ever been in the Christian church, if you ever celebrated Christmas, what was supposed to happen to you?
So like I said, you were supposed to be unalive.
Yeah. You understand?
Khan.
Right? Right. Read on.
Khan said. Verse 23. It was therefore necessary that the patterns of things in the heavens should be purified with these.
Right? With these. Let's talk about with what? With
the judgment, sir?
Yes. That comes from your sin. Right? But because of Christ, because of him bringing what? Salvation. What is salvation?
Khan, Salagi, sir. Preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or
right.
law.
Because of that, now you don't have to get what? Unalive. Your blood don't be upon you because you took your cousin to church. You understand? Because you celebrated Christmas, because you celebrated your birthday, because you celebrated all these holidays the Lord tell us not to celebrate. Because you eat pork. Who in here never eat pork? Don't raise your hand. All right? That's a trick question. Right? You in here, you never ate pork. You understand? But your old man more than likely ate pork. So your old man would have to been what? Unalive for eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. But because of Christ, because of him, now you don't get hurt. You understand? You ain't gonna get hurt. Your blood ain't gonna be upon you. You understand? Read on.
But the heavenly things themselves with better sacrifices than these.
Right? With better, and that's what Christ came to show you how to, how to not, covet a man, woman. You understand? He came to show you how to what? How to forgive your brother.
Right.
You understand? He came and show you how you don't have to eat what? Crab, shrimp, and lobster. You don't have to disobey the Lord. You understand? You could be in poverty and you do not have to disobey the Lord. You understand? Christ was one of the poorest brothers to walk this earth. Right? They say what? The birds have a nest, but the Son of Man, he has no way to rest his head. Christ was, was poor. He grew up in the hood. And he did not what? He did not sin.
Right.
And he went on the cross and he died to save us.
So, like, I want, if I may,
Come on.
Is Leviticus the 17th chapter verse 11? Is this a precept for
Come on.
Hebrews 9?
Go ahead.
The book of Leviticus chapter 17 verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. Is that a precept?
Yes, but more so you want where it says the way it gives you the what you call it, the repercussions for sinning. You understand? This is, you know what I mean? Of course, yes, that is it, because for certain sins you will have to do what? Take either a turtle dove or take one of your best animals and do what? And go to the priest. And the priest will what? Kill it. You understand? Instead of you being what? Killed. That's why it says what? Read from the beginning of that verse again, your mark.
Hebrews 9 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
And almost all things.
That's it. That part right there. Almost all things. So some things you will have to bring what? A turtle dove for. Some things you will have to bring, you know what I mean, one of your best animals for. Other things, brother, you again unalive with some rocks.
Right.
You understand? You again straight up unalive with some rock. You understand? Right?
Okay.
So you're good. You're good with that.
So I'm asking a question because, like, of course, we know we're still waiting on salvation. But Christians will say, like, we don't, and we teach that we have to follow the law. But in rebuttal, Christians will say we don't have to follow the law because we already have salvation. So they're speaking on that salvation, but is there another salvation that we are following the law to get?
When a Christian asks that, just ask them if you could abuse your daughter. You understand? Ask them if the daughter could be abused. Since you know what I mean, we saved already. Since you know what I mean, there ain't no more sinning.
Like, if I could, like, because like a Christian, he gonna say, you know, obviously not. Like, you're not supposed to steal, you're not supposed to rob, you're not supposed to covet and murder and all that stuff. But keeping this, like, they'll say, like, for us, like, we go to the fullest extent to making sure we're holding the Day of Atonement, making sure we uncovering our head, wearing our crowns and UPK attire, I mean Israelite attire. They'll say all of that isn't going to give you salvation.
Okay, so what do they say gives you salvation?
I don't know. They'll say, for one, like, they'll say we already saved, and they'll just say you just have to keep God in your heart or follow after the oracles of Christ.
Okay, give me where it says salvation. Where it says salvation. Is to the end. Something about the end. I forget how it goes. So let me see if I find it.
Like I said, Matthew 24 and 13.
Come on, read it for me.
So it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Yes,
son. So you have to what? Endure unto the end. So for a Christian to be saying he's saved now, is this the end? Is he saying it's the end?
Well, I don't know what he's saying, but is not.
You understand? So you have to endure until the end. You understand? Like for a Christian saying he's saved now, he does not understand the Bible, right? Because you could go to Matthew 7 and 21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right. So what is he saying? He's saved right now, right? Does he say Lord, Lord? Yeah, he says Lord, Lord.
Right.
But what is Matthew saying?
Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Read on.
But he that doeth
But meaning what? This is who's going to get it in the end.
Right.
You see the enjoying to the end. This is the brother right here. Read.
But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Right, the will of my Father which is in heaven. Man, how do you know the will of the Father? Where's the will of the Father? Come on.
In the law, sir.
In the Bible.
In the Bible. Come on.
You understand? The entire Bible, not your Bible, which I mean, Christians read the Bible, and somehow they have a new, you know, what I mean, like they have a like their own publishing company up here in their head. They read it, and it's like, well, where it says don't eat pork, and it say, well, he ain't saying not to eat it. You could pray over it. You know what I mean? Like you have your own publishing company going on somewhere up here. You know what I mean? The Bible saying one thing and you doing something else. You are not doing the will of the Father. You are doing the will of who?
Yourself?
Yes, he's doing the will of himself. He's not doing the will of the Father. You understand? Because if he was doing the will of the Father, he would tell you, he would basically be in the UPK.
Right.
He would have to tell you, he would basically be in here doing what we do. Because what we do is the will of the Father. You understand? We don't go to camp when we feel like going to camp because it ain't our will. You understand? You go to camp because you have to go to camp and you must go to camp. You understand? You don't eat pork because the meat is unhealthy for you. That's not the reason why you eat pork. The reason why you eat pork is because the Most High tell you don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. That's the reason why. If you need a reason why not to eat pork, then brother, you know what I mean, you should attend the Christian church. They'll give you all the reason in the world not to follow the Lord. You understand?
Come.
Go ahead.
So like you want me to keep reading?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Come.
It's like
uh-huh.
No, I just had another question. So I'm not sure if.
All right.
Yeah,
Give me one more. Give me Psalms 37 and 39.
Oh, okay.
Come. So like I said, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble.
All right. So read it one more time.
Khan, verse 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord.
Right. Salvation of the what? Righteous. Now, how do you be righteous? Do you be righteous by going to church? No. That ain't being righteous. Righteous is what? Follow the Lord's statutes and commandments, obeying what the Lord said to do. You sit in your butt inside here, inside the I.S.U.P.K, and you obeying what the Lord said to do. Right? Right? That was it. Taba 1?
Come, sir. I had a question. It's not so much on a particular scripture so much as it is a question of, is there a scripture that kind of might deal with it or what have you? But like, so my question is like, okay, so as far as I understand, all sins, right? Like, there's no. I think I've asked this before, but I can't remember. But is there a hierarchy of sins? Like, as in, I know there's a scripture that says that, you know, like one sin is, you know what I mean? Like, it's not above another one. But there are certain things that like just kind of affect people differently. So meaning this, if I go, if a brother is eating, you know, pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, right? We'll say, brother, you know, that's disgusting. You know what I mean? Like, that's unlawful. But if a brother is LGBTQ, that kind of hit different. So it's like, if you know what I mean, like it's a lot easier. So if a brother come to the school, right, and he be like, yeah, man, you know, I was eating some crab legs last night. Like, well, come on in, brother. You know what I'm saying? Sit down and, you know, come learn about your history. And I'm not saying brothers would shun him if he said this, but brothers would look at him different. He'd be like, yeah, man, you know, I was a gay man for 30 years, and I just left my boyfriend last night. I dumped him last night. Pause. Come. Bro, you know what I mean? So it's like, brothers, look at that different. Is that are we not supposed to look at it different? Is it the same thing? Should we treat the brother, because it can get worse too? Like, what if a brother admittedly, you know, yo, I'm a registered sex offender. You know what I'm saying? I was a pedophile. You know what I mean? Should we look at that the same way as if he was smoking weed? So
Okay, good question, right? Now, okay, in Esau kingdom, right? If you in Esau kingdom, there's different degrees to murder, right? There's first degree, there's second degree, there's third degree. Do they carry the same time?
Sir.
You understand? So of course there is a degree to sin, but overall it's the same. Meaning this: if you celebrate Christmas, you are breaking the commandments just like a LGBTQ. It's the same. You understand? Now, when it comes to punishment, the punishment that has been dished out for that sin might be different. You understand? Right? Now, with the pork and stuff, you know you're going to get, you know what I mean, put to death. LGBTQ, you're going to get put to death. You understand? But there's certain crimes against the Lord where, for example, if you were to steal, if I was to be a farmer and you steal my one of my goats, right? You will have to repay me a certain amount of goats. You won't lose your life for stealing. You understand what I'm saying? You won't. But you will lose your life. You'll be unalived for being an LGBTQ member. You know what I mean? In the time of Christ. I mean, in the time of Moses. You understand? But at the end of the day, you stealing from me and a brother being a homosexual, LGBT, having an alternative lifestyle, both of you all are sinners.
Sir.
You understand? Come on.
Sir. So with that being said, so we understand. I know exactly what you're talking about, sir. Where when our kingdom, you know, whatever the punishment is, you would get that punishment. But I guess my question is, now we're not in our kingdom, so we can't unalive LGBTQ. We can't unalive someone who abuses women and so on.
Right.
So, and we know. Okay, for example, if somebody comes into school, how I was taught, how you taught us, sir. Let's say we got a brother who come in here. He just reeks of marijuana. He reeks of weed. So we gonna hit them weed scriptures. We gonna hit them weed scriptures. You know what I mean? But it's not a thing to where most brothers don't feel like, okay, I don't want to be in a camp with him. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't look at it like, okay, he got a weed demon, but he can get that weed demon off him and become a Tawab soldier. A brother might have even been, he might have unalived some people. He might have been gangbanging. I can see this brother becoming a soldier and going to battle. But if R. Kelly comes to the door, he just got out, and R. Kelly comes to the door. He's like, yeah, I'm ready to get down with the U.P.K. Again, I'm not saying we brothers wouldn't let him in, but the spirit would be more like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I even want this cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. He could take class online, huh? Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem in that, huh? He could be a student online. You understand? No, you know what I mean? It can't say, you know what I mean, he can't change his life. He could very well change his life. You understand? He could very well change his life, but of course he's going to be looked at differently. And that's why it's so, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, sin is, we take that so serious in here. It's no different than a sister being an adulterer. You understand? That is something that is shunned of in here. You understand what I'm saying? A sister that is an adulterer is nigh unto you, you know what I mean, lapping up your own vomit. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're gonna look at your vomit like, you know what I mean? You don't want to be around vomit. You understand what I'm saying? So now, you know what I mean, can she come to class? Yeah, online. Or will there be some special things put in place for her to come to class? Maybe. Is you know what I mean? That's going to be up to Commander General YAHANNA to decide.
I understand,
You understand what I'm saying?
All
right.
But
But you know what I mean, everything has a degree. Sin is sin, nonetheless. Give me James 2 and I think 10. James 2 and 10. All right. Like of course, you know what I mean, smoking marijuana, you know what I mean, ain't ain't looked at or shunned upon as you being, you know what I mean, putting on a dress, you know what I mean, or being, you know what I mean, a part of the LGBT community. Is not. Kind of brother who was one of that become a soldier, he could become a soldier. It might just take time. You understand? He gonna have to get counseling from that camp leader. You understand?
So like it, sir.
Come on.
So if I'm hearing right, like so like sir, some demons can be stronger than other demons. Basically.
Demon is a demon. You know what I mean? Some men are just stronger than other men.
Like, sir.
Come on.
If I could just to piggyback for what Officer Mayashar is asking, I understand what you're saying. I got the answer I was looking for, but just to kind of just take it a little further to understand it, it's almost like so is it safe to say that obviously like you said a demon is a demon, but are there some demons right that like I don't want to make sure I use the right word, again no brother in here generally is if a brother come in here be like, yo, I straight up unalived 20 brothers in South Central Los Angeles. No one's gonna be disgusted with him. They'll be like, brother, now you was wrong for what you did, but if you change your life, I want you on Shamar. You know what I'm saying? I want you in camp with me. But if a brother say, yeah, I abused 20 girls in the world, you know what I mean? Like the spirit is so different. It's like, like I want to forgive. I have to forgive you because of the Lord said so. But I don't want to forgive you enough to be with me, even though unaliving 20 dudes, and I mean that's pretty terrible too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just trying to understand.
I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. In that the two of them is sinners. If you understand what I'm saying, one, of course, you'll be looked at, you know what I mean, differently because of what what he did. You understand? Taking unaliving somebody is, you know what I mean, it's how to put it, for lack of better words, it's heinous. It's, you know what I mean, it's, you know what I mean, that is you taking somebody's life. Right? Now, somebody who abused a woman is also taking somebody's life.
Sir.
You understand what I'm saying? No, they both have a chance to change their life. You understand? They both have a chance to change their life. No, maybe it's something in you or some other person who looking at that person. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord gonna give that person judgment. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
well, you have to do your work. What's your work in the school? What's my work in the school? What's these brothers' work in the school?
To fish, sir.
To fish. You understand? No, you might pull in, you know what I mean, a fish. You understand? In Jamaican terms, you might pull in a fish. No, you're pulling a fish. You understand? No, if he's willing to change, that might make provisions where he might have to take class online. Until the camp leader or commander general give the order, he could start coming around. This brother and fight off all the demons, win that battle. Come. You understand? So, you know what I mean? It's basically, you know what I mean, the same. It's just that it's looked upon differently because, you know what I mean, of the type of sin it is. You understand what I'm saying? Right? And now, as I say, it all depends on the counseling the brother get.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because a brother could come in here and he might straight up be part of the LGBTQ community, but you don't know. And he come in and he full out change his life. What you gonna do when you find out? That man dead. That man dead. That old man is unalive. It's gone.
Come on, sir.
What are you gonna do?
That's if I could, sir.
Uh-huh.
I can understand what you're saying. So I guess we have an obligation. I guess still with that is the last thing I'm gonna leave it alone, Slacky. But would that be a demon? Because again, let's say I've been knowing, what I'm saying, officer, what I'm saying, whoever. I've been, we've been down for years and years. I know him, whatever, and come to find out, yo, bro, oh, you didn't know? Oh, yeah, such say in the world, yeah, he was this and that. Oh, what you mean? Yeah, he was locked up for a little while when he was in the world and everything. Next thing you know, I come to find out officer so-and-so got 15 bodies. You know what I'm saying? Again, from gangbanging. Now, that probably wouldn't bother me the same.
It should not bother you no way once he becomes a new man.
So if I found out he was LGBTQ,
he was never that. If you were to look at, if you had to look at that, then you gonna have to look at a ton of things pertaining to sisters coming in. When a sister come in, right? She becomes a what?
A new creature,
a virgin, a young woman of marriageable age. You understand? If she's single, right? She could have kids, but if you don't look at it that way, and you looking at her past, then you will never give her a chance to change.
Right. Count on one.
You understand what I'm saying? You'll never give her a chance to really become somebody brand new. You're gonna have to give that brother a chance. You're gonna have to hear about it and say that was never him. I don't know who was that. Who was that you talking about?
Come on, sir. So if I could,
come on.
So then if it's paused like in me where I hear whatever, and I'm like, it makes me look at this brother who now, like you said, he's no longer Gerald from the world. Now he's Officer so-and-so. But now every time I come around, I kind of got it in my head. Like I'm looking at him like, damn, like this cat did such and such. This cat did so. Would that be a demon on me, sir?
Go to where it says where it tells you, to leave your gift at the altar.
Okay, sir.
What was it again, sir?
It says
Matthew 5:24.
Yeah, I think where it says leave a gift at the altar. All right. No, give me the James. Give me James 2:10, the one I called for.
Can you hear me out of one?
Yeah, I can hear.
Come on, it's the book of James, chapter 2, verse 10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all.
He is what?
Guilty of all.
So you celebrating Christmas, you as guilty as Gerard or Gerald. You guilty just like him. You understand? You smoking weed. You just like him. You sucking on a cigarette butt. You are just like Gerald. You understand?
Come on.
Ain't no different.
Most High in Christ.
Right?
So like,
come on. I know I'm asking love. This is just don't want to clarify because I want to use it when I teach. So because I want it, to me, it's like, okay, calling somebody saying, man, you shouldn't be murdering your people. People obviously don't agree with that, and they'll say, no, you're right, we shouldn't do that. But that will not, again, because how our people are, somebody being a murderer or something isn't looked at the same. But if I say, yo, you smoking,
why is that the same? Why is not looked at as the same?
So like I'm not. I kind of know, but I kind of don't know.
You could just give it a broad blanket. Why?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about being a murderer versus being an abuser, especially an abuser of children, I mean, again, I guess the idea is, one is almost more. I hate to say it this way. I could be wrong, so Salaki, but it's like one doesn't seem less masculine per se. You know what I mean? You can be in Again, you could be a gangbanger.
But who make it? Who made it in a way that murdering somebody is masculine?
The oppressor.
And who made it in a way where LGBTQ is not masculine?
I mean, so like I said, LGBTQ just seems unmasculine just in and of itself. It's just, I mean,
so you ever heard the term? You will not hear the term. You know what I mean? But you know they have tops and bottom. That's a term.
I've heard that, sir.
Right? So you have your what? Your feminine men, and you have your what? So-called masculine men.
Kind of know what kind.
Right? So the masculine one now, those are what you'll call what in the what? The closets.
Right.
So you can't really figure him out. You know what I mean? You know, in the gym, you know what I mean, pumping and you know what I mean, flexing, whatever. And you like, well, nah, he just, you know what I mean, like the gym.
Right.
Not knowing he might be Gerald boyfriend. You understand? Now, what you're gonna do with him? You understand what I'm saying? The reason why we have that type of stereotype in the black community is because of the churches. To make a long story short, because of the churches. The churches now make sin in a way where it's a feeling. You understand? It's a feeling. You understand? Where you're like playing cards or gambling. Some people feel it's wrong to gamble, but is it wrong to gamble? It's not. It's wrong. It's wrong if you're doing what? If you're gambling out your child's formula money. You understand? Your rent money. You understand? Now it becomes a lust. You understand? A problem. You understand what I'm saying? But if that was the case, why it makes reference when it speaks about a man abusing a woman in the Bible, it labels that man as a what?
Murderer, sir.
A murderer. You understand what I'm saying?
Sir.
It labels him as a murderer. Just like you wouldn't have would you have a murderer around your child? You understand? Just like you wouldn't have a what? LGBTQ person around your what? Your child. You understand what I'm saying? But because the church accepts the LGBTQ and the church will frown on a murderer, on somebody in the street. How do they treat brothers in the streets compared to LGBTQ? Who gets treated better in the Christian church?
The LGBTQ, sir.
Yeah. You understand? They're all the same. You understand? That's why Boys to Men or whoever could come in here, they'll have to what? Sweep the floor.
That's right.
That's right.
You understand? Not because of whatever your name is or whoever it is, you're going to be treated differently in here. Sin is sin. You understand? Now, remember, what are we under right now?
Grace, sir.
Right. Give me Romans. Give me Romans. Romans, I think, hold on. 6 and 14. All right. And who hold anyone for me in Matthews?
I have it, sir.
Okay, give me the one in Matthews first.
I got also. I got you, sir.
Go ahead.
Matthew 5 and 24.
Mm-hmm.
Leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother.
No, read it from I think one verse up.
Yeah, Khan, sir.
The book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 23. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother hath aught against thee.
Right.
Verse 24.
And the reason why I'm saying this, Tabo one, is because you are looking at the brother. You have something in your mind about the brother. It's no different than you going and murmuring to other brothers. You know, he was if you understand what I'm saying. It's in your mind, and you looking at him as a, you know what I mean, as Gerald. in the world.
You
understand what I'm saying? Which means you are offended that this Gerald, or whatever, is in front of you. You know what I mean? Trying to be one of you. You understand? Otherwise, you wouldn't have to think about what he was doing in the world, because that was never officer such and such. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Why are you looking at officer such and such like he is that person in the world? Right? Come on.
Khan, verse 24. Leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and
right, be reconciled with that brother. Meaning what?
So, like I said, if I may, whatever ought you have against your brother, you go and settle it with him.
Yeah, meaning what? Give me 1 minute. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Khan, sir. The book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 24.
No. What I was asking, what does it mean to go to reconcile with your brother? Come on.
It's to restore like your brotherhood. Like you got to forgive him.
To go whatever going on in your head. Like if I have something in my head saying, I mean, something about a brother, meaning I see something about him that just disgusts me. I remember somebody telling me something. He was a, he was LGBTQ in what I call it again in the world. And that's messing with me. Go and talk to your brother. And say, Salakia, brother, I heard this and it was messing with me. If offending anyway, looking at you, whatever, as the case may be. Salakia. You understand? Or just keep it to yourself and just fight that, that BS and toss it out your mind. But you go have to get your mind clear. You understand? You can't be in here and then looking at the man next to you and still looking at him as the Negro in the world. Then, when danger come, or when, when some danger come, you think you'll put your life on the line for him? You're going to second guess. You're going to be like, he used to have,
right.
And his mom. Nah, I ain't doing. He needs to die. No, you need to die.
That's right. So like it, sir. So would that be a demon?
Yes, that is a demon. That's why the Bible is telling you to do what? Read it again. I
think it was Quidam, sir.
Quidam.
Khan. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 24. Leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift.
Yes. Right.
Keep going on.
How many more to it?
The next one is saying, agree with our adversary, sir.
No, that's about it. Come on.
Now, could you also use a precept, like if you have an ought with thee, and ought with your brother, go to he and he alone? Could you use that as well?
That is it right there. Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So like I said,
come on.
And with something like this, like, was this something that shouldn't even really be spoken on? Like, say a brother comes into school, comes into the class. Let's say he pulls me to the side, pause, and he's like, I just want to let you know I'm battling being LGBTQ. At that point, is that something that's done right then and there? Like, should I tell him, brother, don't mention that ever again? You just come to class, or is it good for him to confess that?
If he say he's battling, it's good that he confesses it, right? If he says he's battling, then you should direct him to his camp leader, where he could get, camp leader could make sure and get the proper counsel that is necessary. You understand? He mentioned that to you, and you go tell the other thousands and the 500.
Right.
Now you're murmuring.
So like you said.
Come on.
If I could, Yarmak, I think Yarmak was about to say something. Salaki?
No, that answered my question.
So like, we go with what Officer Yarmak just said. Same thing, because and again, like you said, Cap, it's like it's a demon, right? But if you murmuring about this brother, but let's say again, I hate to take it to the extreme, but just to understand it. So let's say something as terrible as, so a brother comes to the school, and in the world, he wasn't, not only was he a murder, he was, again, he might have, he was a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? He doing, something like that. That's so terrible, right? But because of that, he's now like, oh man, I gotta change. He coming to the school, whatever. Now, sometime later, like you said, Cap, giving him, he gets the chance to change his life. Now a brother hears about it. Now let's say the brother don't say nothing. The brother don't, he don't. I don't get mad and say, well, I can't be in class with Gerald. Whenever Gerald's around, and Officer so and so, but I know that 10 years ago he was Gerald, the registered sex offender. And now I treat him a little differently when my kids come to the school. I treat him a little differently when, what I'm saying, in those type of situations. I don't say nothing. I'm not going, I don't want to go to him and make a thing about it. You know what I'm saying? He changed his life. He's Officer so-and-so now. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I trust him a little less with my kids than everyone else. Would that be a demon as well? So even I'm not saying nothing, but it's like I'm not treating him the same way I'm treating Officer Maya Shar and Kaparyaf and Mahayar and all of my brothers.
Okay, that's not treating him different, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's why, as I said in the beginning, there's certain sins you don't want, your name or your reputation on.
Right.
Okay. Like for a murderer, he might get out of jail and be on probation. You understand? A sex offender, he will be on probation, but he cannot be around kids.
I don't want
You understand what I'm saying? There's a certain time he can't be around kids, so he just can't be around kids. And if he is around kids, he will have to be supervised.
I don't want
you understand?
Okay, I understand, sir.
Right, and he's going to have to consent to being supervised around kids, or else he got to take class home. You understand?
I don't want concert.
And the brother who is on probation, he better goes to meet his probation officer. You understand? Both of them better do it. Follow the law.
Yes, sir. That's all I had, sir. The water is lucky.
And just give me Romans 6 and 14.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 14. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace.
Right, what does that mean?
Salagi, sir. Meaning the punishments of sins don't.
Hold on, Yermak. Go ahead, Yermak.
Like the punishment of the sins, that we're not bound by those punishments anymore. But now we're under grace, meaning we have a time period to learn how to not sin without dying while sinning.
So just like a murderer, he has a time period. A pedophile, he has a time period too. You understand? They both have a time period. A drug dealer, he has a time period also too. You understand? A brother who, loves interracial marriage, he has a time period too. Likewise, a sister, adulterer, has a time period too. All right.
Okay.
But the degree, the degree, you understand? It's you know what I mean. It could really mess up your reputation in here. You understand? It can.
Come
All right.
on.
Any more questions?
Salaki, sir.
Come on. Hey,
Second,
before that Abadan, what's going on there with the dengue? That plague.
it's an outbreak.
Uh-huh.
The government not pointing fingers, but based on the location where it's breaking out, I know it's them damn Africans, right up in the city where they are plentiful. That's the epicenter for now. But the government not pointing fingers, but I will.
Yeah, that's right.
It haven't killed lives as far as I understand, but it's spreading and it's affecting. Seems to be mainly children. I don't know, maybe
because I think in the Caribbean you all get injections or what I call it, vaccination for dengue fever, right? How about that one in there?
yeah, Salaki.
Do you all get vaccinations for dengue fever down there?
La. It's if you have it, you just have to ride it. It's course. You take paracetamol.
Okay.
It's not they're not looking at it as life threatening.
Okay.
But why it's a problem is that it's gonna prevent you from carrying out your daily duties, your daily work.
For sure.
Yeah. But it's not life threatening. But I know it's them Africans, especially them Nigerians. I see a lot of them in the island now.
Boy, oh boy. All right. You're going to ask a question?
Cancer.
Come on.
2 Thessalonians 2, 3-10.
2 Thessalonians. Come on.
Where it's talking about the man of sin. Could you give a
somebody? You want to get it and read it?
All the way. Repeat, sir.
You want to get it and read it?
Cancer. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin revealed, the son of perdition.
Right. So let's start off there with the first part where it say what? Let no man deceive you by any means. What does that mean?
Is it saying that well, it says any means, whether by teaching it in the church or misquoting scriptures, and by no way.
Right, but means basically meaning he is trying to look for what will make you do what? Come to church. So if him saying you could eat pork, right, going to make you come to church, he's going to do it by what? Any means. If you're going to have to offer your money to come to church, by any means. You understand? In the form of a bribe, whatever. You understand? By what he says, because some brothers, you tell them that what? Christ only died for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and they want no part of that, belief. You tell them Christ died for everybody, and you could, love don't see color. Oh, brother, you're gonna have some men in there. But he's telling you here, don't let no man deceive you by any means. Don't let him try nothing on you. Don't let him show off his Rolls Royce. And you think what? Because black people, you have how to put it? You have a hole in the wall, right? Most of our schools, I would say, is a hole in the wall compared to what? Compared to a church, right? They see that, and what's the first thing they're saying? What do they think?
That Lord is not with you.
Yeah, the Lord can't be with you because they ain't seen no Rolls Royce, they ain't seen no nice cars, and you don't have a building, a nice looking building with a cross on the tallest tip point of the church. You don't have something looking like a castle. You understand? You don't. Right? And our brothers and sisters, they be deceived by these preachers in these slick suits, by the cars they're driving, by the jets they're flying. They get deceived by that. Read on.
And also by telling you that well, the prosperity gospel, that is what is that's the leak now, the in thing.
Yes.
Preaching the prosperity gospel.
And now let's not forget who again this is speaking about here. Who specifically this is speaking about here also too?
The oppressor.
The oppressor. How does the oppressor deceive you? By any means. What is the oppressor number one way of getting to you?
Subtly. Confused. Subtlety.
No. Well, yeah, he come to us. I see what you're saying, but sometimes he don't even need to do that. What does he use to lay in?
The church.
Maisha, what does he use?
Salaki, if I may, sir.
Come on.
I would say like riches of the earth, like to be a part of it.
What does he use? Be simple. You want it?
Money?
Yeah, that's money. Yes, money. Use money. And guess what? You get that money. Martin Luther King got that money, and he did what? He deceived people. You understand?
Come.
And at the end, he said what? He believed he led his people into what? A burning house. You understand? But when he's throwing that money in front of your face, brother, that's just to deceive you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Right? The Purple Christian group. That's one of them. Been deceived by money. You understand? By the oppressor's money. So guess what? You could go join what? The American what? Military. You could join the police force. You could go get blood in your hands. But bring that money in. You understand? Don't let no man deceive you by any means. Read.
For that day shall not come.
Okay, what day shall not come? What's that day?
I think that would be like the return of Christ.
Yes. The return of Christ will not come, shall not come. Read on.
Except there come a falling away first.
A falling away first. What does it mean, a falling away? Picture something falling away. What is falling away?
Separation.
Paint the picture for me.
So, like it, sir, could it be change? A change?
You own it. So, for example, how does a drug dealer fall away?
he get caught.
How again? How does, when I say a drug dealer, meaning how does drug dealing on the whole fall away? Because we know it starts from all the way up what? The head. The CIA was known for pushing drugs into the black community. Known for doing it. You understand? What will have them now look for a different way? How do you destroy a god?
Remove the followers.
So how do you destroy a drug dealer?
Remove the cokeheads.
No. Use a different word than remove. What word would you use?
Change them.
Yes. You understand? Show them the error and show them how to correct it. Show them what? That they don't need drugs to do what? To take them away from this life. They're gonna have to face this head on together. You understand? Gather yourself together. You understand? We're gonna have to face it together. You understand? I can't want to go off, you know what I mean, with a pipe and take, you know what I mean, and drown all my sorrows in a pipe. You understand? While you here, waiting to take my problems on, waiting to help me. You understand? But first, there has to be a falling away. Falling away of what? Christianity, of capitalism. This whole voting, like black people in 2024 should not go and cast one vote.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Shouldn't. All right? But first, there must be a falling away. First, black people need to what? The voter, the ones who voting, need to see what?
That's not working.
Yes, that is not working. And America is getting more what? Racist.
Right.
You understand? To them. Even though they go and cast their ballots. You understand? Jamaicans need to what? Lord forbid, need to be more hungry so that the Lord could show them what? The oppressor, he ain't the one you're supposed to look to for food. You understand? For you know what I mean, lack of better, you know what I mean? For a lack of better example, that's been extreme. You understand? But there's something that Jamaicans or the brothers in the Caribbean, sisters in the Caribbean, there has to be something where it's known to them that, you know what? These people are evil. And now, guess what? They start waking up. They stop going to these churches. They stop killing each other. We stop fighting each other. You understand? Now there's a falling away. First, read on.
And that man of sin be revealed.
And that man of sin be revealed. The reason why we have all these killings, we have all these drugs, is because this man is able to hide himself. You understand? In lies. Like what you always saying in the beginning about the Hispanics and them on the border, how they're letting them in. You understand? They need workers. You know what I mean? Which person will run from workers? People who want to come and work and build a kingdom. They will need workers. Why you think they was bringing them on planes in New York in the night? Why you think they was doing it? They need workers up there. You understand? But because we the ones they always look to as an excuse to shut the government down or to try and blame. Remember, if he's the man of what? The son of perdition, he needs somebody else to blame. He needs somebody else to look like the son of perdition.
Right.
You understand? He needs somebody else to take on that reputation. You understand? But in here it's saying that what is going to be, is there going to be a falling away first, and he's going to be what? He's going to be revealed. You understand?
Right.
Back then, but some years ago, the UPK they would shun us. Now, oh, their ears turn. They hearing. Because we what? The Lord is revealing this man to us, revealing the oppressor, showing black people we've been marching for what? Over what? 50 years, and there's no change.
Right.
He's still killing us. You understand? You all see what they're doing in I think it's either Sacramento or California, where there's a ton of crime taking place. And he's allowing it to just, you know what I mean, run, you know what I mean, like go on.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Why? So that we look like we are the problem. When black people are just trying to do what? Survive. Well, why would you steal? You understand? We ain't do what the oppressor did. We didn't steal from our people, kill them, and then put them on reservations. You understand? We didn't take boats and go across to Africa and kidnap brothers and sisters and brought them across here and turn them into slaves to build a kingdom. We didn't do none of that. You understand? But somehow he able to turn the tide to make it look as if it's evil. You ever see you ever hear them talk about the Holocaust? How did they talk about the Holocaust?
Right,
like it was so horrific.
Go ahead, Mark. Correct.
So I was to say the same thing. Like they were just so defenseless and just so.
Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, right? 1 minute, brothers. One minute. Salaki Hakim, I'm back. Come on.
Come.
Where was that?
I was about to say the oppressor, he give out the bullets and the band-aids.
Yes. And that's him. But he's going to be what? He's going to be revealed. Right? Come on.
Verse the son of perdition.
Right? The son of what?
Perdition.
The son of perdition. Right? What does perdition mean? Look it up in the Zondervan. See if that the definition in the Zondervan.
Perdition. There is son of and there is perdition on itself. Which one? Son of perdition?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Son of perdition. A phrase used to designate two men of the New Testament. Christ was it in referring to Judas Iscariot. Paul uses the same title in 2 Thessalonians 2:3 applying it to the man of sin.
Right. So in other words, that son, like the son of what does it mean to be son of a bitch? Come on.
That your father was a bitch.
Yeah, but give me a little more. What does that son of means?
So like sir,
Uh-huh.
someone who behaves like.
Yes, that's son. Like the son, remember Christ was called the what? Son of what? The son of God.
The son of God.
Right? Does that mean that he was what? That he was the offspring of the Most High? No. It means what?
So like I said,
Come on.
that he was more like the Most High than anybody else.
Yes, he was the best of us. He is the one that followed the Most High the closest.
I'm right.
You understand? Or nigh on to what? Perfect. You understand? I shouldn't say nigh on to perfect, but perfect. You understand? So this son of perdition, it doesn't just it means what?
So like I said,
Come on.
if I may, that the son of perdition is he that is most unlike the Most High. He's the worst.
Yes.
He's the most wicked.
Yes. Right? He's doing everything against what the Most High set up. Everything against it.
Right.
Right. Read on.
Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
Right. And that's how you know that this is speaking about who? Your oppressor. He opposes everything. On his dollar, he has what? In God we trust.
Right.
But he has God chosen people in cages. He has God chosen people on reservation. You understand? He has God chosen people living in the ghettos of America. You understand? And blaming us for everything. When there was the housing crisis, they blame us. You understand? All the robbing and stealing going on, they're blaming us like the oppressor, like they're not stealing. You understand? Right? Read on.
Also, they swear on the Bible in their government and does nothing that the Bible says.
That's it. Yeah. They do nothing the Bible says. Nothing. Name me one thing they do that the Bible says. Right? Any more on it?
Concern.
Come on.
Or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
You understand? And meaning what? When they say he is God, meaning what?
That he is the Almighty One on earth.
Yes, he's the one that everybody. So when there's crime in the community, guess who they're calling for?
Cops.
Yeah, and yes, the oppressor. You understand? Those black people that is crying out. I believe is it California? I forget what state it's in. They are crying out to the oppressor. You understand? For cops. You understand? They're crying out to the oppressor to do what? To do something on the border. These criminals are coming in. These such and such are coming in, and they're going to rape our kids. They're going to kill our daughters. This, that, the other. You understand? Like they make us, or they act as if they're what? They're God. So now everybody want to what? Run to them. Zelensky, what's Zelensky doing right now? He panhandling for money. To who? To the God, to his God, America.
Right.
You understand? Every nation, you're in problems, guess who they're calling on? The oppressor. To try and come and help them. And he's sitting on high like if he is what? God. You understand? Now Jamaica owes them what? Millions of dollars.
Right.
through the IMF. He's
Right.
sitting on Jamaica like he is what? He is a god.
Oh.
He could come to all these these nice beaches, enjoy it, while the people on the island can't come on that beach he's on. Because he's like a god. You understand? And they be treated like gods when they go into our community. You understand?
Right.
Right? Read on.
Verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? 6. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Right? So read it one more time.
And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Right. What is he talking about?
That I don't know.
Okay. Is he revealing our time right now?
Yes, he is. Bit by bit.
Okay. If he was revealed, I think we will have
revealing, not revealed.
Yes. Right? Is he revealed right now?
La.
What is stopping him from being revealed? Anybody online? What is stopping him from being revealed?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
His control of the media and the images.
Christianity.
That's it right there. Christianity. That is it. Christianity. You understand? Because the media, people are skeptical of the media, right? But do they stop celebrating Christmas?
La.
No. Do they stop eating pork?
La.
No. So what really stopping them is Christianity, Islam, and these religions that they follow after. You understand?
Oh God.
All
right.
Come
on.
Putin always since the war. I've watched Putin a lot of times. Like he do something and he say, just watch them play God now.
Who? That's what Putin say?
Right, talking about America.
Yes, but Putin himself, he wants to play God too, and that's the irony in it. Like what black people need to know is we cannot choose sides in this. The only side that you could choose in this is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's your option.
Right.
You can't be sitting back and say, well, yeah, America needs to go destroy Russia. No, Russia needs to destroy America. No, they both need to destroy themselves.
Damn right.
Let them go to war. You understand? Let them go to war. And you sit back just like Putin sat back and watch America destroy you. You understand? And said nothing about it. He has all the Russian icons. He can't come out and say, yo, America, you all have the so-called Jews, the real Jews in captivity. You all do this, that, the other. Think he can't come out and say that? Because in his mind, one day his people will conquer America, and guess who's going to be his slaves? The slaves of America. You understand? The Caribbean. You understand? South and Central America will be his slaves. All right?
All right.
So you're good with that?
7.
Go ahead.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
All right. The mystery of iniquity was a mystery.
Something that is unknown.
You said it earlier on. Right? What's a mystery? Somebody look it up. What's a mystery?
Mr. Merriam-Webster's definition of mystery: something not understood or beyond understanding.
Right. So the mystery, what it said? What I said about the mystery?
Of iniquity.
Something
of iniquity. right? Which is what? We know iniquity to be what? What's iniquity?
Injustice.
Look up iniquity. What is iniquity? Come on.
Again, Merriam-Webster's dictionary says iniquity, gross injustice or wickedness, a wicked act or thing, sin.
Right. So the mystery of iniquity of a sin, a great sin, read on.
Doth already work.
Doth already work. You said it earlier on.
Right.
What is it talking about? Come on.
We're talking about the oppressor.
Yes, but the mystery, what's the mystery? Remember, it's something that you ain't seeing. What's the mystery?
That he is the so-called devil. Because he doesn't show that he's the devil because he's always posted himself as Dylan Storm Roof. They show his baby picture, or they got Yahawashi as a calm white, hippie, or they got the bombing. They show an airplane and not the man who pressed the button, or the crack cocaine. They show the ghetto destroyed. They don't show the man in the lab in Harvard or Yale who came up with the crack cocaine and threw it in our neighborhoods. And he's the one behind every wicked thing, but he doesn't show it. It's like the Scooby-Doo. You take the mask off, the dude at the end, you think it's a monster. It's Mr. Charles, the so-called oppressor from the lab, the principal.
Yes. You understand? It's what you said earlier on also to the media. He used the media to do what? Now, you think the problem is Russia. That's why your gas price is high.
So, like, if I may,
No.
sir,
Come on.
Could you also say oppression? Because the way that we slave, like we don't look. A lot of us don't look up and be like realize like, wait a minute, because you're slaving day in and day out. You don't even have the strength or energy to, what I'm saying. You barely making ends meet. You know what I'm saying? Paying the bills. It's like shit. I don't know where it's coming from, but I just keep on keeping on. It's like like our talk, not knowing, like not being able to look up and see this to oppression up from the oppressor. You know what I mean?
That's it. You're correct with that. You understand? Read on. That was it. You need more.
There's more, sir.
Okay,
Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
All right. Until he be what? Taken out of the what?
Of the way.
Of the way. So this is describing your so-called oppressor and what he is willing to allow. You understand? And once he's taken out the way, the UPK, we're gonna, we're gonna be like, just picture us on the highest hill.
That's right.
People gonna see us. You understand? Once he is taken out the way. You understand? And he's being taken out the way right now as we speak. You understand? That's why we're trying to be what? We're trying to be politically correct on the YouTube, on the internet. You understand? Because any little thing we say, you understand? Ain't no, you know what I mean? Ain't no naked pics we putting up. So that ain't gonna get views. You understand? But brother, what you saying? You putting a dent in society. You putting a dent into the kingdom. You chain down the walls. And that's a problem. You understand? That's a problem in this space. You revealing who the son of perdition is.
That's right.
You understand? You trying to tell black people, Hispanics and Native Indians, the reason why you in this shape, the reason why you're poor is because the so-called oppressor is oppressing you. You understand? You think there ain't enough land for the Mexicans to come here and to cultivate, and to do what they need to do? There's enough land for them to do that. You understand? But the son of perdition will make it look like they are invading. They're using the word as what? Invasion. There's an invasion on the border. When do you...
Some bad hombres.
Yes. When do you use the word invasion?
War.
Yeah. So now, if there's an invasion, who's the enemy? People with bags on the back with children? They're the ones, they're the enemies? You understand?
Good night.
So now you not looking at Mendez and the whole cabinet stealing money. You understand? Mendez had what? 13 gold bars and 500,000 money. Money he took from bribe. Anna Benz too. Bribe money. Now you're not looking at them. You're not looking at Hunter Biden. You're not looking at Joe Biden. But the poor people is the problem. Poor people ain't selling the country out to Ukraine for millions of dollars, to China for millions of dollars. Poor people trying to survive. Poor people actually do an honest day work just to survive. If you give them the chance to, you give the Irishman a chance to survive. You give the Italians a chance to survive. You give these so-called oppressors a chance to survive in America. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians ain't got no chance. You understand? You get no chance except we come back together as a people. You understand? Any more on that? You're good to go.
Salaki, sir, according to what this is saying, he's the one that is in the way of us coming together as well too.
Yes, that's why I'm saying he basically has to be removed. He has to be revealed. Once he is revealed as the son of perdition, the one. Remember what do black people say when say the house taken away from them, get a house taken away from them? What do they say?
Repossess.
Yeah, it get repossessed. What do they say?
Man, I didn't pay my mortgage or something like that.
Yeah, okay, not that. Maybe I'm not using a good example. But you ever hear people saying that, you know what I mean, Satan did that? Some evil, something bad happened in their life. They say what?
That was the devil.
Yeah, that was the devil. They would never say that was the oppressor because he's not revealed. You understand? He's the one. He's the mystery of iniquity. You understand? He's the one that's been doing everything to you. The reason why you in the ghetto, the reason why they call it the projects is because he's been studying you. He put you in that position. He knows that once you oppress you, you become what? Frustrated. And with frustration, he knows it breeds what? Aggression. Right. Not towards him, but towards your people. You understand? So now there's a certain amount of food that's in the ghetto, but there's a more mouths to feed. So guess what's going to happen? Somebody going to have to die so that my son or my daughter get fed. You understand? Right. So somebody going to have to buy my drugs so my sons and daughters get fed. You understand? And he takes care of his people and gives them what? Tons of land where they could do wheat, corn, whatever. You understand? Take care of themselves. Have livestock. What is it? Prelude? The chicken people?
Purdue.
Yeah. We'll call them Purdue.
Okay.
Right? They got millions of chicken. They have that whole chicken industry on lock. You understand? Why you selling drugs? He making the same amount of money selling chicken or more. You understand?
Yeah. Oh God.
Now who set him up? You ain't set him up. People set him up. You understand?
Okay.
But he's getting, as I say, he's getting revealed.
Right.
You understand? The more and more we become, you know what I mean, more and more we push this truth, the more and more we push this truth on the internet, more and more he gets revealed of who he really is.
Damn right.
You understand? This Bible was made for Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You oppressors who want to open the Bible and read it, you understand? Like Vocab Malone that Captain Zarak destroyed.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Put him in the dirt and you know what I mean? Put a nail in the coffin on him. You understand? Did something horrible to him. You understand? Because it's being revealed. So now they're gonna have to come and face it. They're gonna have to come and debate the I.S.U.P.K. They're gonna have to come and debate us on this Bible. Because the Bible they've been reading the whole life was a what? Mystery.
Right.
To them, not to us. We got the truth. We ain't got to prove it to them. They got to prove it to us. You understand? Any more on that?
Verse 8, verse 8 probably say it all.
Come on.
And then shall that wicked be revealed,
Mm-hmm.
whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
You understand? Spirit of his mouth first. What's the spirit of his mouth?
Salakia, sir, the law, the Bible.
Yeah. Give me a little more.
The I.S.U.P.K, sir.
The truth, yes.
Yeah.
That's the spirit of his mouth. No, we out there doing what? Teaching. And teaching against the lies he's pushing in this kingdom.
Right.
You understand? We the spirit out there that's teaching of the Lord. We have the vibe of the Lord out there on the streets. That's why when they look at us, they confuse at what they're seeing, confuse at what they're hearing. You understand? To the point where they fear us, you know what I mean, with something like, you know what I mean, they swear once we, you know what I mean, we come into a place, we're going to rob it or everybody in there going to die. You understand? Because we have the spirit of the what? The Lord. Right? Read on.
Verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Right, meaning the Lord coming to destroy him. You understand? His work, he is working after what? Satan. What did Christ say? Ye of your father what? The devil.
Right.
You understand? Like the oppressor, he is, you know what I mean? He is a vessel made for demons. Right? What the Bible say? He made a what? A vessel for what?
Dishonor.
Dishonor.
Yes, he's a vessel made for dishonor. You see, look how this society is run. You go on TikTok. Now TikTok turning into full out, you know what I mean, strip club on your phone. You understand? That's in his kingdom. You understand? You got what? Then you have what? What you have? What do you have out there? Every sin you think about is out there in America for you to go and indulge in. You understand?
Right.
Everything. You understand? A woman in America could have more than one man. And that don't be a crime. You understand? Like everything that is, or almost everything that's a crime to the Most High, he doesn't look at it as being a crime. It's fine to him. You could eat as much, you know what I mean? You could eat as much pig nose as you want. It's fine with him. Not to the Most High. You understand? And he knows the more you sin, the more you anger God, and the more his kingdom rise and stay intact. He knows it. All right? Any more questions?
Verse 10 actually tell you that, let you know that it's talking about the truth for really now.
Go ahead. You can read verse 10. Any more questions, Akim, before you read verse 10? Okay, come on. Bring it.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Right? Right? And that includes now all your what? All your Uncle Toms.
Right.
You understand? Your Uncle Toms who want to hold on, who want to tell you, nah, brother, you gotta love everybody.
Right.
Your oppressor, he ain't the problem. We the problem. We killing each other. You dumb.
Right.
You dumb. You don't understand. You don't understand your enemy. You don't. All right. Okay. Any more questions before I pass the class over to the guard? Are you all good to go?
Good to go.
You're good to go?
Okay.
Okay. If you all get a chance, you all make sure and go and look at that debate Captain Zarek had with Vocab Malone, right? With that Immaculate Conception. I mean that is, you know what I mean? That is a school in itself in, you know, how to debate and how to, you know what I mean, how to go about staying on topic. You understand? Especially with these Christians who you're going to run into and try to battle, where they're going to want to jump around. You keep them straight on the topic. You understand? You understand? It's coming. They are going to come. Trust me. What you're all doing is this is a revolution, a real revolution. Don't expect your politicians or your rappers or your entertainers, you understand, to change this world or change your brothers and sisters. They ain't gonna do it. The burden is on you. So since the burden is on you, we're gonna have to get ready. You understand? And get ready meaning what? We're gonna have to study, study, study. You understand? All right. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Bankayal.
Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to Captain Nayathaq. Men of Israel, Imagine. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat.
Yahweh Shemir Shad Brakatham.
We're going to render one courteous salute to our sisters. Imagine Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Yahamanna. Hands down. The shot needs to be seated. I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to treasury department or teacher. Priest funds, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the Feast of Tabernacles, the 15th day of the 7th month, for 8 days, starting Friday, the 29th of September, through Saturday, the 7th of October, according to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 34 through 44. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, class dismissed.